just quickly change my view back. Excellent. Is my screen still the main one for you, lovelies? Yeah, perfect. Okay, cool. It's useful me asking you a question when I put you on mute. I'm going to rely on your sign language. Okay, let's make our way over to your mats. We have, for the warm-up in today's class, a little yoga-inspired workout. It's nothing too technical. If you don't do yoga with me already, you don't have to worry about being particularly elegant or particularly graceful. It's just to start to mobilize the core. So make your way onto all fours, if you would, please. I'll start our timer. Spread your weight evenly through your hands and knees, and it's just a couple of gentle rounds of cat and cow. So belly drops, breathe in, look up, and then we lift up through the belly button and breathe out, push the ground away. And just keep moving like this at your own pace. So what I want you to think about is that as your belly lowers, roll your shoulders back and lift your tailbone up. And as you draw your belly button in and up, that's when you're going to be engaging your core. So tighten the abdominal muscles, tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin, and push the ground up and away. Perfect. Take one more for me like that, pushing up and lowering down, and then come back to a nice neutral spine. Awesome. Extend your right leg up and back behind you. If balance is with you, add your left arm. The left arm is not compulsory. You're going to reach away and then curl your elbow and your knee underneath you. And again, keep moving like this. Reach and squeeze. So if the balance is a real challenge, ignore the arm, just do the leg on its own. Otherwise, extend, stretch. And again, draw the belly button in, tuck your tailbone, pull your limbs up and in towards your body to really engage your core. Nice. Do one more for me. Reach away, then squeeze in tight before you set your limbs down. If you quickly want to shake off your right wrist, you can do that. And then we'll go left leg. Remember, you can do the leg on its own, or if balance is with you, add the right arm. Take a stretch, bring the elbow to the knee, squeeze, and reach away, extend. So tighten up. And again, we keep moving through these ones. If you need to set your arm down, just use the leg on its own. There's no particular issue with that. Excellent. We're going to do 10 more seconds. Reach away and squeeze. Start to really tuck your tailbone as you bring your knee in underneath you. That's it. Draw the belly button in and up. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Set your limbs down. If you want to shake off the left wrist, you can. Now you're going to tuck your toes and hover in the tabletop. So again, draw the belly button in and up. The knees are a couple of inches off the ground. Set them down, roll the shoulders. Tuck the toes again, hover the knees up. 3, draw the belly button in. 2, and 1. Knees down, shoulders roll. One more time, push the ground away with your hands. Hover tabletop. 3, 2, and this time step back on the 1. 1 leg, 2 legs into plank. Push the ground away still. Hold, squeeze tight. 3, 2, and 1. Without moving your toes, drop your knees down, roll your shoulders, and we're going to extend the legs back into a plank, lifting up. 3, and 2, and 1. Drop the knees down, roll the shoulders. One more time, extend your legs, push up to plank. 3, and 2, and 1. Set the knees down, walk them forward, roll them out, shake off your wrists. Perfect. Exercise number 1, we're coming into a forearm plank hold, or we can add a little bit of movement, which I'll show you halfway. You can make a triangle with your forearms or have them parallel. So make your way into your forearm plank, extend your legs and hold. Now, if you need to, you can drop one knee down for a little rest, bring it back up, drop the other knee down for a little rest, or stay right where you are. We're only here for 30 seconds for our first round of exercises. So as we approach halfway, your option is to push onto your toes, rock forward, drive back into your heels. Gentle slide forwards, gentle push back. Very nice. 5 more seconds to go. We're going to lie on our back in 3, and 2, and 1. Flip it round. Onto your back, you're going to slide your thumbs underneath your hips with a gentle bend in your knee. Extend your legs up and overhead. And we're going to go for hip lifts. So dig your hands into the ground, push the hips up and slowly rock on down. So that little knee bend, if you need it, you can then help to extend your legs up, not to gain momentum, but just enough to encourage the hips to lift. Tighten up through the core, send your feet up towards the ceiling, up, and come on back. Good, well done, 10 seconds to go. So I tend to push my hands into the mat or grip the outside edges of the mat, whatever works for you, but just make sure that your core is doing the majority of your work. All right, rock yourself on up. We're coming into a straight arm plank, and using our legs, we're going to walk them or jump them out to the side. So if you're walking, step out, or if you can, both together, out, in, good. It's not a big jump because you don't really want the hips to move too much. Little rebound, yes, but try not to get a crazy movement going. Perfect, you're halfway. Out, in, in. So just pushing off your toes. Of course, you can still walk one leg at a time, in, out, absolutely fine. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit back down, roll out your shoulders. We're back into our forearm plank. First half static, second half rocking forwards and backwards. Remember, you can have your arms parallel, or if you need to, into a triangle. Set your legs back and go. Now, concentrate on your plank. Push your elbows into the ground, lengthen the back of your neck, so you're not looking up, craning the back of the neck. Try and separate the gap between your shoulder blades, and as we approach halfway, stay where you are or start to move. Forwards, push the heels back. Rock onto the toes and drive back. Good. You're getting closer. 5 seconds to go. Forwards and back. 3, 2, and 1. Onto your backs for your hip lifts. So sliding your thumbs underneath your hips so that you can push your hands into the ground or holding onto the outside edges of your mat. Gentle bend in your knee, and then send your toes up towards the sky. So curl up, lower down. Try and have as much control with this as possible. Lift and lower. Otherwise, all you do is cheat your way into the movement, rock forwards and backwards, and that kind of defeats the object. Well done. 10 seconds to go. And we're into our straight arm plank, jumping our legs in and out next. Nearly there. Let's get a couple more in. Tuck your tailbone as you lift. Gently lower, and then hands behind the knees. Roll yourself over. Onto your front, straight arm plank. Now you can do this on your forearms. I'm just offering a bit of variety with straight arms. Walk your legs in and out or jump them. Here we go. And you're using the width of your mat as a really nice gauge as to how wide your legs need to go. If you want to go narrower, that's fine. Probably wouldn't advise going much wider, adding unnecessary effort to something which is already challenging. All right, we've got one more round of these 3 exercises to go. 10 seconds left with your plank jacks. Keep the core super strong. That's it, good. Squeeze your glutes together when you return your legs into center. Awesome. Shake off your arms, one at a time, both together. Stretch forwards and backwards. So final round, forearm plank. Static hold for the first half, and then introducing movement. Here we go. Kick the legs out and pause. Good. Long line from the crown of your head through the back of the neck. Separate your shoulder blades, pushing your elbows into the ground. The line continues down your lower back, into your hips, and now we can add a rock forwards and backwards. Optional, stay still if you prefer. And then you're driving into your heels. So there's a long line from your hips down the back of the legs into your feet. Awesome. Flip it around onto your back. Last time, hip lifts. So this one is about slow, controlled movements. Slide your hands underneath your hips, soft bend in the knee, extend your legs, and then push, curl up, lift. Good. Push, curl up, and lift. Just a momentary pause at the top, and a slow roll back down to your mat. This is not my favorite exercise. Probably means I should do it more often. That's the way, isn't it? Curl up and lower. Don't forget to breathe. You can hear how the effort affects my voice when I use my core. Nearly there. Perfect. Hands behind the knees. Roll on up. Let's come final time into our plank jacks or plank walk in and out. We got 5 seconds to get ready. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. In, out. Good. Shoulders over your wrists. Watch out for them drifting forwards and backwards. Very nice. So we've got an extra super short little recovery to come. So if you need a sip from your water bottle, you can take it in just over 10 seconds time. And then we move on to our second block, adding 5 seconds to our working time, but keeping the rest period the same. You got 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Shake it off, breathe, have yourself a sip. Now, our next exercise is one that we did in the warm-up, where we did our tabletop hover and step back to plank. If you need to, in between, you can set your knees down. If you can stay up in your tabletop and plank, perfect. Let's get ready, we've got 10 seconds. So, into your tabletop, tuck your toes, shoulders over wrists, hover your knees. When you're ready, step back to plank, squeeze, push into your heels. Step forward to your tabletop, hover. Alternate your lead leg if you can, so that you're switching and stepping out with a different leg each time. Now here's your options. From tabletop, you can quickly rest your knees, come back up and step. Also in plank, quickly rest your knees, push back up and step. Nice, you're over halfway. Stick with it, you're doing really well. We're gonna lie on our side with our right hip up. Next, in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So quickly flip onto your side, right hip up. Support your shoulder over your elbow. We're going to do 1 pulse with the feet, and then 1 knees to chest. Then add a pulse, and then knees to chest, repeat. Here we go. So lift, squeeze, knees to chest, keep the knees up, extend the legs, little pulse, and in. Fantastic. These, super awesome for the muscles in your waist. Little pulse, knees up, squeeze, good. Check down the line of your body. Watch that your top hip isn't rolling forwards or backwards. It might have a tendency to. So just see that you can see all the way straight down, right hip properly on top of your left. Good. Now we're going to change sides for the final exercise before we repeat. And swap. Spin it round onto your other side. Oops, sorry, very nice. So left hip on top of right. Find your position. Extend your legs. 3 seconds, start to hover. So 1 pulse and knees to chest. Squeeze in, extend, hover, and squeeze. Well done. Now it's probably on the knees to chest squeeze that your hip will roll forwards or backwards. So that's the one to check. Good, very nice. Your top hand is assisting you with balance. Hover, pulse, knees to chest. Good, you're over halfway. Lift. Very nice. 2 more rounds of these exercises to go. Starting with our tabletop hover to plank. 5 more seconds here. Feeling it in the waist already. 2 more rounds remain. Awesome, quick little rest. Making your way onto your tabletop. Oh, I need the fan on this morning, it is warm. Okay, so tabletop hover to a plank. Roll back your shoulders, tuck your toes, lift, step back, squeeze, step in, pause. Other leg, step back, squeeze, step in and pause. Perfect. So keep changing your lead leg so that you load a different leg each time. Otherwise, it's not fair. One leg does all the work. Good. If you need to, quick rest of the knees. Come back up, step forward. Again, option to rest the knees if you need. Just 10 seconds left to go. You're doing really well. Nearly there. So lying on your side, right hip up, little hover, pulse, and knees to chest. Here we go, onto your side. Nice to give the shoulders a little rest as well. So long line with your body, take a look. Right hip properly on top of your left, so you're not rolling forwards or backwards. Hover your feet, pulse, knees to chest, squeeze, extend, keep the feet elevated. That's the tricky bit. Knees to chest, yes, very good. Lift, nice. So as the knees come into your chest, your main set of abdominal muscles working as you lift at the side. Oh my goodness, obliques, waist muscles working. You're over halfway. Extend, lift, good. Super quick, check in with your left shoulder. Is it here, resting by your ear, or you lifted away from the ground? There we go, nice. And change sides. Spin it round. Onto your other side. Elbow underneath your shoulder. Extend your legs, long line through the body. Take a quick check. Hover. And 3, 2, pulse. Knees to chest. Send away. Pulse. And again, knees to chest. Good, very nice. Lift, squeeze. So try and maintain as much continual movement as you can. Of course, you can rest when you need to, if you need to. Keep going as long as possible. We've got 1 more round left to go. And for this exercise, 10 more seconds. Good, nice, very, very cool. For your plank to tabletop, I'll give you the option if you want to, instead of stepping backwards and forwards, to hop. Okay, here we go, last round. So your option from your hovered position, pop your feet back, skip your knees in. Of course, if you want to keep walking, walk. Here we go, last round. Shoot the legs back, snap them back in. So the hips, try not to go too high. It's not a donkey kick. We're going to keep the knees as close to the ground as we can. So it's a really quick shoot back of the legs and snap them in. 20 seconds to go. Remember, any point, come back to your step, in and out, and even rest the knees if you need to. Now, when you hop back to plank, squeeze everything super tight. 5 more seconds to go. In, squeeze. Good. 3, 2, 1. To your side. Lie on down. Very good. Very cool. Okay, final round. Focus. Pulse the feet a little higher if you can to target the waist a little stronger. Hover, lift, knees to chest, extend, lift. So even if you need to slow your pulse down, that's fine. You might get a little bit more range with a little bit less speed. There we go, good. If that's too tough, little pulse is fine, little quicker, knees to chest. You're halfway, squeeze. Good, lift. I know it's not pleasant, but it's a good one. Check again, you've got a nice long line with your body. Lift, squeeze. 5 more seconds remain. Up. Very cool. 3, 2, 1. Change sides. Spin it round. So left hip up, long line with your body. Target to elevate and hover. Trying to combine the two words. The feet a little higher. Here we go. Up and pulse higher. Knees to chest. Extend, lift. Good. Knees to chest. Try and minimize the movement from your body. Yes, it will shift a little bit, but it's the feet that are going to be moving the most. Up, lift, 20 seconds to go. Very good, very good. Nice. Okay, so we're about to approach round 3. Adding 5 seconds to our working time, 3 new exercises and 3 rounds to repeat. Last little bit here, 5 seconds to go. Recovery coming. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Sit up, have a drink. Okay, we start number 3, sitting with a V-sit bicycle. Now we've done V-sits, we've done bicycle crunches independently in previous classes. We're going to combine the two. So it looks a little bit like this. You have the option to pop your hands behind your hips for support, bring your knees into a hovered position, and then you're going to pedal your bicycle from here. When you're ready, join me. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Now you can make it small, keeping a soft bend in your knees throughout, or if you're feeling braver, more extension. Gentle lean into your arms though. Try not to drop all your weight into your hands. The elbows are soft and they're tucked behind you. Your back is long. You're lifting your chin, so you're looking up and over your toes. Good, well done, well done. Keep pedaling. I'm going to show you our next exercise super quickly. You're going to drop your knees over to the right side, fingertips to temples, and do a crunch. But the knees are over to the side. When we get halfway, we will change the knee direction. So, here we go. Drop the knees over to the side. The rest of your body, like through to your shoulders, is flat along the ground. Fingertips to temples, ankles and knees stacked, and we crunch. Here we go. So look over your hip, lower down. Look over your hip and lower down. Chances are one shoulder is going to be grounded and the other shoulder will lift a little bit more. That's fine. I'll give you a 3-second countdown to change direction. And you're going to swap your hips over. 3, 2, 1. Up and over with the hips. Use your feet to reposition and then crunch again as soon as you're ready. Up, crunch, lower down. Looking over your hip, lifting as high as you comfortably can, knowing that one shoulder is likely to stay a little lower. Good, you're nearly there, well done. So close, so close. Awesome, fantastic. Okay, final exercise for us. All right, we're into a tabletop hover again. There's a theme with this one. We're gonna hold that position and then tap alternating shoulders with the opposite hand. So, tabletop hover, position your feet a little wider, tap a shoulder, set back down, tap a shoulder, step back down. At any point that you need to, you can lightly drop your knees back down to the floor and then come back up to your tabletop hover. Now you'll find this more challenging if your knees and feet are narrow, so by all means, step them a little wider. Not quite to the outside edge of the mat if you can avoid it, but wider than hips will definitely help. Good, well done, you're nearly there. 10 more seconds to go. V-sit bicycles next. Squeeze, 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 well done. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Skip on through, legs ahead of you so that you can sit on your bums. Now this time I'll encourage you to be a little bit lighter with your fingers. So literally, fingertips on the mat behind you, lean back, hover your feet, and pedal. So V-sit bicycle. So every now and again, just check in. Are you dropping your weight through your hands, or they're really light on your fingertips? That way, you'll be letting your core do more of the work. Remember, it can be a super small pedal, just rotating or revolving the knees in front of you, or longer extension through the legs. Now, shoulders back, chest up, collarbone extended. Well done. 10 more seconds to go. You've got this. Still light through your fingers. Yeah. Adjust if you need to. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, lie on down. Drop your knees over to one side. Stack them if you can. Ankles stacked. Both shoulders on the ground, fingertips to temples. Let's get ready to crunch. Look over your hip. Here we go. Crunch on up, look, and lower down. Good. Crunch up, look, and lower. So keep an even gap between your chin and your chest. Elbows wide. Now what you might find is as you crunch up, your top knee wants to pull away from your bottom one. Completely natural. That's the strength of your abs. All right, change sides. Flip the knees over to the other side. Quick as you can. Crunch again. 20 seconds this side. Come on up and back. Good, well done. Very nice. We're getting closer, you're nearly done. Tabletop hover with the alternating shoulder taps. Coming up, here we go. Flip it round onto your front. I'm out of shifting. Okay, so roll back your shoulders, strong through the arms, tuck your toes, a little wider than hip distance, remember. Knees up and shoulder tap. Before you set down, swap, shoulder tap. Smooth and controlled. If the shoulders are too far away, you can elbow tap, that's fine. A little bit lower, less movement. Yep, that works. Tricep tap if you prefer. Should I say bicep? That's more relevant. Bicep tap. Good, you're halfway, 20 seconds to go. Very nice, getting closer. So one more round of block number 3. Then we've got our final 2 1-minute challenges. Less than 10 seconds to go, let's push. Up and up. Well done, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spin it around one final time, V-sit bicycles. Option this time to have your hands completely off the floor and just hugging in front of your chest. If you need your fingertips behind you, absolutely fine. Lean back, hug your knees and go. Pedal that bicycle. Good, well done. So stay long in your back. Imagine there's a ruler along your spine. You can point your toes, you can flex your feet, whatever comes naturally, it doesn't really matter. Look up over your toes though. Keep breathing, keep squeezing. Good, you're halfway, you've got 20 seconds left. So we're gonna crunch with the knees over to the side. For the last time, we're gonna keep those elbows wide as we curl the body up and look over the hip. 10 more seconds here, come on, let's go, I know. All right, nearly done. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome, lie on your back. Knees over to one side, squeeze the knees together, let the hips rotate, shoulders back and down, fingertips to temples. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Crunch, look over the hip. So crunch using the oblique muscles. Try and lift both shoulders the same. Know that one shoulder will be a little lower, that's okay. 10 seconds and we change sides. So I'll give you a 3-second countdown before you swap. Here it comes. 3, 2, 1. Flip the knees over the other side, quick as you can. Crunch, return to this movement. Up we go. Now one more round of your tabletop hover and shoulder taps. And if you want to intensify, walk it back to a plank. So a plank hold with shoulder taps. Same principle, feet a little wider than hips to aid stability. Ready? Here we go. Spin it around. Plank or tabletop, your choice. Roll out the shoulders, shake off the wrists. Zip up through the core. Yep, hover your tabletop or step back to plank and tap those shoulders up, set back down. Remember again, biceps is an option. even elbows. So find your range, one that gives you enough challenge, but one that is not impossible to complete. Good, well done. Nice positioning of the hips. Try not to pike them up too high. Halfway, 20 seconds to go. Very good, very good. Okay, keep this movement going. So let me quickly describe your first 1 minute challenge. You're gonna lie on your back and we're gonna slowly scissor kick the legs. So all the way from vertical one at a time to horizontal and back up, and we're gonna add some arms. 3, 2, 1. Lie on your back, super quick. Reposition this mat, here we go. So, slow scissor kick with the legs. When I say add arms, point your fingers like this. You're gonna point over to one side, swap, over to the other side, swap and point. Ready, legs up as much as you can in 60 seconds. So as your legs switch, your arms come vertical, and when your leg is vertical, you take a sideways point over to the edge, the outside edge of your thigh. Do as much as you can in the time allowed. Rest when you need to. Come back and rejoin when you can. Good, well done. 40 seconds to go. So we're a third of the way done. If you need to, lightly tap your heel down on the ground when it comes horizontal. If you can, keep it elevated, although that's much tougher. You're over halfway. You've got 25 seconds left to go. Yes, this is looking awesome. So a little curl up, rotation twist, over to the other side. Nice, 15 seconds left. That last quarter, it's really gonna bite. You can do this. Here we go, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Take a full body stretch and then breathe out. Okay, final 1 minute challenge. We're going to bring your knees into a bent position. Extend one arm, and it's going to be elbow to knee, set back down, straight arm, hand to foot, set back down. Swap sides, elbow to knee, straight arm, hand to foot. Here we go. Elbow to knee, rotate. Straight arm, hand to foot, reach up, other side, elbow to knee, rotate. Straight arm, straight leg, stretch. Good. So we twist, we've done a fair bit of that today, and then a nice high reach, as close to your foot as you possibly can. Look up, lift the shoulders. Keep swapping sides. 40 seconds to go, 1/3 done. Remember, whenever you need to, you can take a super quick rest. You have plenty of time, sadly, to come back and rejoin. Over halfway now, elbow to knee, and lift, squeeze, stretch. Good. Keep rotating, keep moving. One side with the 2 moves, other side, 2 moves. Getting closer now, 15 seconds. Last few reps on each side. You can do this. We're about to stretch. 10 seconds. Lift up long. Nice. One more time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a full body stretch. Extend your arms, extend your legs. A big breath in. Really try and separate the distance between your fingertips and your toes. You can push your shoulders and your hips into the ground to lift your tummy up towards the ceiling, and then relax, release, let it go. Walk your feet in so they are close to your hips. You're then going to dig into your heels, lift your hips up high enough if you can, even if you come up onto your tiptoes, to slide your elbows underneath you so you can settle your hips on your hands. So imagine you're propping your hips up. And then as you start to ease the tension out of your legs, your arms are going to be supporting your hips. Now you can stay here, or you can walk your feet a little further away if you feel comfortable enough to do that. Maybe even a little further away if you feel comfortable enough to do that. Perhaps to the extent where your legs can straighten out fully, you will get a super nice core stretch with the hips and the legs extended. And then you're slowly going to walk your feet back in, enough that you can pick your hips up off your hands, bring them down to your sides, wriggle out your shoulders, and slowly uncurl yourself back down. Extend your legs again, extend your arms, and then you're going to bend over towards the right-hand side. So send your feet towards the right-hand edge of your mat, your hands towards the right-hand edge of your mat, like a banana shape. Should give you a nice stretch to the left side. And then we'll do the same over to the left, hands and feet, making a banana shape in this direction, getting a stretch through the right. One more time each side. Send your feet and your hands over to the right. Send your hips over to the left. Good. And the other way, over to the left. for the hands and the feet. Send your hips over to the right. Good, very nice. So come back into your middle section. You can take another full body stretch, long arms, long legs. Big breath in before you bring your hands behind your knees. Rock yourself up to a seated position. We're going to finish in tabletop. Couple of rounds of gentle cat and cow. So let the belly drop, look ahead of you, tuck your elbows in. You can take a bit of movement and then push up, tuck your chin to your chest. One more time. Enjoy this stretch here. Look ahead and push the ground away. Let your head tuck down. Good. Gently walk your hands back so you can sit back on your knees and give yourselves a round of applause. Very, very, very nice. Now, I don't know about you, but there were sections of that which I found really tough today. So well done for getting through it. Thank you for sticking with it. If you're a little bit stiff in the days to come, remember those stretches. Full body stretch is really nice. Banana shape, left and right, or just even gentle cat and cow to be able to stretch through the core. Well done. Thank you so much. Have a great day ahead of you.